He's like, well, you did the water bottle thing.
Yeah.
Like,
and you did this, and I don't want to.
I want to go coach soccer in Florida. I don't want a kid.
Yeah.
Your period is gross. I don't want to put anything in there. It's all gross and bloody.
Dear Shandy. Welcome back to your brand new Dear Shandy Love is Blind recap, listeners. Hello, Andy. Howdy. Yeah. How are you today?
I'm doing quite well. How are you?
I'm good. There's just so much to get to today. It was so juicy.
Much. Such a juice.
You know, what does it say about us that we found this batch good and because people were bad in
because
it?
People want the drama. They don't want to see. Look, everyone, we've said this 100 times. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to see romance. They want to see a love story. Yes.
You feel icky if you don't get any of the good stuff.
Yes, but that's baseline. That's just like, I want my love story. You know, that's like the appetizer. But the main course is chaos.
Yeah.
The main course is hate. The main course is drama.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Well, this batch delivered, and I gotta say, we were distraught. We were distraught because I would argue the person who caused the most drama in this batch is someone who we, last week, said we liked so much that we would let him look after Ruby for a month. What was going on there?
You know, I'll tell you something. First of all, this is unbelievable. Like, I don't think I've ever been wrong on a judge of character to this degree.
No.
But I will say this. I would still let him look after Ruby for a month. I think if you give him a task to do, he does it well and responsibly.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have heart.
No.
If it's caring for a living creature.
Right. I'm saying my desire to have him look after Ruby is definitely diminished. But I'm just saying that particular activity, I think he's probably still decent at. Yeah. But all the other stuff, woof.
Oh, yeah. Rough. Okay, well, you guys all know who we're talking about. But first, we have to go in order here at Dear Shandy. And we go by order of couples. And we're going to start nice and easy with Christine and Vic.
Christine, and Barcelona. Christine in Barcelona.
Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, does it have Penelope Cruz?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's her name?
Yeah. I think
New Yorker. What's her name? Oh my God, what's her name?
Colin
Jost's wife. Oh my God, Scarlett Johansson.
Good job.
I was getting concerned.
Is she in it? Yeah, she is in it.
Yeah, she is in it.
Yeah, and that other one who sort of came and went. That actress, she was like a big thing for 2 minutes, and then she was
wasn't
gone.
Penelope Cruz?
No, it was the other. No, Penelope Cruz was big already.
Yeah, she was.
But there was another actress who played opposite Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, really?
I forget her name, but she was like a big thing for, I'm telling you, like 2 years, and then she was gone.
Okay, so was that movie good?
Great movie.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, in case you missed our recap last week, we do our recaps by couple. So if you are not interested in Christine and Vic, in which case, shame on you, all the timestamps are below in the description. So you can skip ahead to wherever you want to go. Maybe you just want to get to the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So Christine and Vic, Andy, let's first talk about this Malibu versus Cabo thing. Because last week we were discussing this. We're like, why was their honeymoon period, whatever you call that? Normally they all go to Cabo, and for some reason, only Christine and Vic went to Malibu. And apparently since that batch came out, the showrunner said that it was due to budget.
Yeah, Netflix ran out of money. I just
don't buy it.
They just couldn't afford. That was it. They're like, look, we may be worth $150 billion, but this Cabo, we can't have an extra room here. It's too expensive. No, that's ridiculous. Not what happened.
There's
that's just not what happened.
Yeah.
What happened is they needed a good couple. They needed a happy ending.
Yeah.
And apparently they didn't have one.
Wait, what do you mean? What does that have to do with them going to Malibu?
They weren't in the original cut.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, they weren't in it.
Oh, you think, So you're saying that whenever a couple gets cut from this show, they go off to Malibu and just do selfie videos?
Somewhere else, yeah, and just do their own thing. It's like their own. It's like a poor.
Do you
man's,
actually know this? Do you
know?
No,
this is something that I've thought about this.
I know we've
length.
actually been spending a lot of time thinking about why Christine and Vic were sent to Malibu. I think it's a passport issue. I think one of them, a passport was going to expire.
They would have
Mexico.
explained that. They would have said that.
No, but not if it was if it was sort of incriminating on the person, like maybe like they're not allowed in Mexico.
Because he got a little marijuana misdemeanor, the guy's not allowed in Mexico. It's the other way around. You're not allowed. Mexico doesn't care.
Okay.
First of all, that's not true.
Okay.
It's not money. Netflix has enough money. They have more money than God. Forget about that. Mm-hmm. It is not a passport issue. It is a production issue. They needed, how coincidental is it that the one squeaky clean, perfect couple ends up in Malibu? Why are they not featured in the main place? It's because they needed them. It's because they were an afterthought. They were like, we got to get those people on the main stage. They're not a Malibu couple. They're a Cabo couple. We got to get them on the main stage.
Oh, so you think that they were at first a throwaway because it was too easy. But I actually think, though, the show really needed a good couple, and so they would have invested a little more in them from the get-go.
I think they thought they had a good couple. Very confident.
We're calling bullshit on it being budget.
Calling bullshit. Yeah. And I'm very confident that they were not necessarily going to be in the show, but then they were put in the show because they were needed.
Because there are couples cut from every season.
Many couples.
Yeah. We almost had one of those couples on from 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
But then no one really knew who they were.
Yeah. Right. Might as well just have anybody on.
How much would
our
that
next door
suck?
neighbors.
How much would that suck?
It sucks.
To go on this show to find love, you actually end up together. And literally professional like producers are like, you're not interesting enough.
Well, that's one way to take it. That's a negative way to take it. But what do you think about the idea that you're going on the show for love?
Oh, I mean, you got what you came for.
You got what you came for.
Yeah.
So why are you upset that you weren't on TV? Because if you're upset that you weren't on TV, then you were going there to be on TV, and it was an accident that you fell in love.
It's true. You proved me wrong, Andy. Good job. Okay, so in Ohio now with Vic and Christine, they meet her mother. Her mother says the show was the means God used to get them together. Andy, you said, so Netflix is God?
Yeah, well, apparently not. They can't afford a 7th couple in Cabo.
Her mother says, you do want children, right? And of course, it's like, yeah, of course. That's the theme of this season.
Yeah, better have children. You better have children.
You better want children.
Better want them.
Not just have children, you better want children.
Or there's going to be trouble.
Yeah, there is going to be trouble. It's like there's something wrong with you if you don't want kids, as we've seen. There's a cute confessional where her mom says she likes Vic. He's self-assured and he's hot.
Yeah, most importantly.
Christine and Vic now in a later scene walk around a garden. They talk kid timelines, how they would have biracial kids. This is a really interesting conversation, actually. I think it's beautiful how they would educate their children, how it would be a learning experience for both of them as parents because they will not have had the experience of being biracial.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was really honest and mature and just grounded. And I just think they'd make great parents.
Yeah, they'd also make a great 7th couple.
I mean, in my order here at Dear Shandy, they're first.
Yeah, well, Netflix figured that out too.
In a later scene, Vic shows Christine his classroom at the college he teaches at. I was really impressed. I thought that this was
a legit teaching job.
Yeah. It was a beautiful campus.
A lot of people on the show, they say that their job is something and it's not really their job.
Right. Or that they have a cold plunge in their house and it's really just a basin on their deck. There's a lot of big stories that they share in the pod.
That's a legit professor.
We were really impressed. And then she drives him to her hometown, which she calls a big deal because she doesn't bring many people around. And she used to be embarrassed of where she came from. But this was just so beautiful. They're like feeding, I wrote horsies. I don't know. It was just so cute.
It was cute.
They were feeding horses. It just felt like he really embraced her roots.
Yeah.
They're so beautiful together. Okay, Andy, our prediction, if we think they're going to work out. 1, 2, 3. Yay.
Easy.
I mean, we need it too, to be honest. Whenever I would see a scene with them, I was like,
yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. You needed them. The show needed them. I think
the show would have known they needed them from the get-go.
No, there was this little slip up. They thought...
That's a huge slip up for a show that's this established.
They thought that there were good ones. They had 6 couples. That was enough.
So meaning you think that they were too boring?
I think that
that they were too good?
I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't want to get into all the intricacies. I'm just saying they needed a Vic and Christine.
Yeah.
And they put them in as an afterthought.
Vic and Christine are better than that.
I'm not saying they're not.
I know.
I'm just saying I'm sure a lot of good couples have been left on the cutting floor for reasons that you wouldn't quite understand.
Yeah.
But it's TV.
Yeah.
I'm not a TV producer.
Okay.
I just know that budget wasn't the reason they weren't in Cabo.
I think budget was bullshit. Okay, so next couple, Amber and Jordan. So in Ohio now, they chat in their apartment. She talks about how her daughter saw the ring and like has a big reaction to that. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah.
And he pumps her up. He's like, you deserve to be happy. I love them.
Yeah.
Rather unexpectedly. I wasn't sure I was going to love them as much as I do. In a later scene, Amber and Jordan visit each other's houses. He does say Amber and I's homes.
Ooh. Come on, Jordan.
His house, I wrote, is okay. It's not the worst house.
Not the worst house.
Whose is the worst house, Andy?
Oh, it's easy. Connor.
Yeah. I do appreciate how unmaterialistic she is. Like, as she goes around his house, unlike Bri with Connor's house, you know, she's, I think, pointing out positives.
Yeah.
And she's more like, oh, we can work with this. Like, she's not as critical. And then she shows off her house, which she bought 7 years before. She's been redoing it room by room. I thought this was so impressive. As a single mom.
Beautiful house.
Yes.
She did an amazing job.
Amber, there is so much more to Amber than meets the eye. She's a quality human. You can tell she's worked her ass off. You can tell she's a great mom.
Yeah.
And I just...
And a good interior designer.
Yeah, I was really just impressed with what she's been through and just how she knows what matters in life.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people in her position who might just want to like meet someone with money and just be taken care of. And she's like, no, I'm looking for substance.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. I wrote she has a good head on her shoulders.
Solid head.
Which feels very like old person to write.
No,
but
it's
good.
True. She's a great head.
In a later scene, she introduces Jordan to her brother. The only thing we really learn here is that Jordan has met Matt. So this is Emma's father.
Yeah.
Or Amber's ex. And then in a later scene, he introduces Amber to his mom and sisters. Honestly, I feel bad how few notes I have for them. It's just everything goes so swimmingly that there's nothing to talk about.
It's just good.
She completely wins over his family and there's, nothing, no drama. Obviously, there's a bit with Amber at the party at the end of this batch, but we'll get there. Okay, Andy, our prediction for Jordan and Amber. Oh, are you pausing? Wait, you don't wait. Seriously?
Okay. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Yay.
Wait, why?
I don't know.
From which side are you having doubts? You're worried about him.
Yeah.
You're worried he's not in it.
Yeah, I worry that he's.
I think that we're just starting to mistrust all the men.
Yeah, exactly. I'm starting to have a little PTSD from what's going on.
Yeah.
But I think that Jordan is going to have stage fright. I think he's going to have cold feet. I get that feeling. Something about Emma.
Oh, the daughter.
Something about, him becoming a stepdad.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to have weird feelings about it.
Oh, no. But overall, yay?
Overall, yay. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no.
It's like an 80% yay as opposed to 100.
Okay, last week it was 100.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. All right. Moving on to Ashley and Alex. I don't know why these two just make me laugh.
You got to put your bib on for this one.
Alex makes me laugh.
Yeah, he's a character.
He doesn't realize how funny he is.
Yeah.
Okay, so in their Ohio apartment, they call his mom. I gotta say, I was struck how distant this felt. This is his mother, who he's kind of modeled his nomadic lifestyle after, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out, oh yeah, I'm in Arizona, I've started a new job. And he's like, oh yeah, I didn't know any of that. And it's sort of like normal for them. But it struck me that even between the two of them, this mother-son relationship, he just didn't seem to know anything that was going on with her and vice versa.
He's got a strange relationship with his mother.
Well, and also just with like caring about what's going on with people close to you. There's just like, and her as well. Like they just seem kind of just
they both feel like nomads. They kind of both feel like drifters.
Yeah.
Like, does he actually live somewhere? Like, what's going on with that? Where does he live?
I don't know.
Where does he sleep at night?
I'm not sure, to be honest, but it struck me that even with his own mother, and I'm not saying that every mother and son should be close, it's just that combined with this sort of like non-committal nature that he seems to have about where he's living and who he's close with, everything's kind of like foggy. right? There's really nothing stable in his life except that he wanted to be a soccer player and that didn't work out for him. And so it just sort of struck me that even here, I think this was supposed to be something that's like, oh, let's call my mom. This is something that like I'm stationed in. And even this, it's like he didn't even know where in the world she was or like that she had taken a new job. It just sort of, I thought it was interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, like it feels like he's very much in his own world and his mother's very much in her own world. Yeah. And that's how they are.
What do you think percentage chance his mother's killed somebody? And I don't mean necessarily with total malice. Maybe she had a good reason. I'm just saying.
Andy had a lot of opinions on Alex's mom, but we'll get to the mom scene later.
I would not let her take care of Ruby for a month. Chris comes first. Yeah, I don't. His mom, something going on there.
Okay.
I don't get a great feeling.
Oh.
And I'm not saying she's necessarily a bad person, but if you cross her, look out.
Oh, you think she's vengeful?
I think it's quick. You don't even see it coming.
And you never even know it was her.
You never even know. So Sharleen, I can't quite put my finger on it, but something in this room just got a lot cooler.
I would agree, Andy. I think you've gone up 2 whole coolness notches over there thanks to your Warby Parker sunglasses. Andy's wearing the Abe sunglasses. And look, I mean, come on. Those look good on you.
Really?
They really do.
I mean, you look good too.
Thank you.
You want to go out on a date?
I'm wearing the Anaya, which by the way, I love these so much that I got my mother a pair. They go with everything. I mean, let's be honest. You have all heard of Warby Parker by now. You've seen Warby Parker stores near you. What kind of a glasses and sunglasses store could explode this big so quickly if it wasn't amazing?
I am so picky about my sunglasses.
Same.
My head doesn't look right with most sunglasses.
I would agree with this, actually. I wanted to tell you you're wrong, but I think you're right.
No, I'm 100% right. And Warby is one of the only places ever that I can find a pair of glasses that look good on me.
And at prices that you would not believe. I mean, their prescription glasses start at $95.
When I was a young man, I would have killed for a Warby Parker.
Oh, yeah. A place where you know everything is cool. Because I actually think a lot of glasses and sunglasses stores, it's like
you just took this out so casually.
You have to dig around and sort of know what looks good. At Warby Parker, you know that every style is curated, everything is cool. It's just a matter of what you like best and what looks good on you.
So Warby Parker gives you quality and better looking prescription eyewear at a fraction of the going price.
Our Shandies get 15% off plus free shipping when you buy 2 or more pairs of prescription glasses at warbyparker.com/Shandy.
That's 15% off when you buy 2 pairs of glasses at Warby, W-A-R-B-Y, Parker.com/Shandy. Parallel vitamins for women. Parallel vitamins, women, vitamins for women.
And you know, that jingle, I think could have been better, Andy, but they got the point across.
What do you mean it could have been better?
I don't feel like you could re-sing that jingle right now.
Parallel vitamins, parallel for women.
You showed me. Okay, so Parallel is the first OBGYN founded vitamin company, which is insane to me. I feel like this should have existed many moons ago, but it's about time because, you know, women shouldn't be taking the same vitamins as men. And I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all multivitamin that applies to all the stages of a woman's life.
And we know those stages. We know them well. All too well.
So those stages: menstrual health, fertility, pregnancy, postpartum, perimenopause, daily wellness.
Come in, you can have them all.
But seriously, those are all completely different stages. Like you should not be taking the same vitamins, whether you were in pregnancy or in perimenopause. So I take the Daily Wellness, and I'm also a big fan of Parallel's powders because they don't just do one thing each. For example, the greens powder has greens, antioxidants, and fiber. The cellular hydration has electrolytes, collagen, and hyaluronic acid. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, and also every product from Parallel is pregnancy and breastfeeding safe.
So exclusive to our Shandies, new customers can get 20% off their first order with code Shandy.
Go to parallelhealth.com. That's PERELELHEALTH.com, code Shandy. Okay, in our next scene with these two, Alex meets Ashley's parents and brother, and it's immediately clear that she is a daddy's girl.
Oh, my Lord.
The heaviest daddy's girl situation I think I've ever seen on any of these shows. The way she and her father even talk to each other, like across this dining table, it's like her mother isn't even there.
She's not there. She didn't have to come.
And this actually spawned a conversation we ended up having later about how a lot of the mothers, not all of them, but a lot of the mothers on this season really sit back and don't say much.
It's a very patriarchal feel in Ohio.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
Not all of them. I mean, Emma's mother definitely was very outspoken.
Yeah.
And Bri.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ashley's dad asks a lot of questions. He says, I'm a professional question asker. And he says, Ashley's just like him. They make their political beliefs known here, and it turns out they're all aligned. And what struck me about this, clearly Alex and Ashley have talked about who they support, like where they line up politically.
Mm-hmm.
And it struck me that this was never shown to us.
Yeah.
Clearly they talked about it in the pods. There's no way these two people
Maybe
did not talk.
One of the first things they talked about.
I agree.
Yeah.
And it made me think too that must have been discussed with other couples, especially in a place like Ohio.
Well, it's just like with the climate we're in today, it would be an interesting thing to see those conversations.
Yes.
But for whatever reason, it was just an afterthought. They just talked about it at the dinner.
Yeah.
But, it
was a bit of a letdown for me. I would have liked to have seen that unfold.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alex now talks about having to reinvent himself completely when soccer didn't work out. And when asked about his career options, he talks and talks and talks and talks about day trading and getting back into finance if he needs to. But also, he's involved in this and invested in that.
What about getting back into soccer coaching? Back into finance? What about soccer coaching?
What do you mean?
Isn't he a soccer coach?
Well, that's what it says. But
he's saying getting back into finance.
Yeah, it says if he needs to
get back into finance.
I know, yeah.
But he went from soccer to soccer coach.
No, maybe he went from soccer to finance. I don't know if he has like credentials. Remember, his father said, do you have a license? And he's like, it expired, but I could always get back into it if I needed to. Do you remember that part?
Oh, yeah, vaguely.
Andy, when you heard him going on and on and on about his career prospects, you said, this guy is so full of shit.
He is.
Your BS meter was going off.
Very high.
Okay, so you think he's just...
I think he's just a guy who I think he's like a drifter.
Yeah.
He just makes whatever story works in the situation he's in. I mean, I think he's just kind of lost.
You know, he reminds me of is we saw Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
And in that movie, he's always like, oh, when I get this thing and when I get that job and when I win that thing, I'm going to have all this money. It kind of feels a bit Alexy to me. It's like, he doesn't have it now, but he's like, oh, but when that thing comes through, when that job offer comes through, I can always go back to finance. But like, it's very optimistic, but it also doesn't feel like anything is in reality right now.
No, it feels very Arrested Development. Every time I hear Alex talk, it feels like a child's talking to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to,
Yeah, you have a heart for Alex. You feel bad for Alex.
It's so easy to malign Alex. He does so many things wrong.
Yes. We're not even at the bad part
He's just
yet.
really like a distasteful person overall. Like, looks great. He's a real hunk. But other than that,
is he though?
I don't know. I don't know what a hunk is, but he looks to me like a sort of a borderline hunk.
We got a comment last week that said this guy's not as hot as he thinks he is, and that's exactly how I feel.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like sure,
I'll take your word for it.
Maybe like at a glance, you're like, oh, he's tall, dark, handsome, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
But so quickly.
Yeah, but I'm saying, forget the personality, just the looks.
Yeah, but he would have to have a very different personality.
I understand, but just assume
like it's not close.
Let's just say he never spoke to you. Let's say Alex walked into the room. He wasn't allowed to speak.
He's not at that. I'm sorry.
He's not a hunk.
First of all, I cannot unsee what I have seen.
Okay.
But also, if he walks into a room, I'm not like.
But his mouth is zipped. He never says a word. He walks in. You're like, whatever. No big deal.
Sorry.
Tall, dark, handsome, athletic guy.
He's not. All I'm saying is that he carries himself like he is that guy.
Right.
And maybe if he's exactly your type, maybe to a certain woman, he would turn heads, but it's not happening. I'm sorry. Right. But I can admit I am biased.
Yeah.
I cannot unsee what I have seen with this guy. And I just think that he is full of it.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. You and Alex, last two people on Earth, there's a terrible disaster. I don't know how it happened, but you ended up on an island together and you're the last two people on Earth. How many days or weeks is it before you bang Alex?
I don't think it's ever happening. But I do think he would be strong and tall and like useful for like building a shelter.
Yeah, building stuff, getting pineapples.
Yeah, like we'd probably make good like workmates.
Oh, coconuts. I guess pineapples are on the ground.
I just don't think in that situation I'm ever reaching. I don't know if I'm ever going to be as horny as Ashley seems to be.
So horny.
It's like an ongoing theme.
She really loves it.
Yeah, so it's just not happening. I'm sorry.
All right, fine.
All I'm saying is that for a guy who he's like, oh, well, I'm told I have a really good shell. I find it a lot.
Alex is not going to be happy about this.
He's not going to care. I'm sure that my boobs are not big enough for him. Okay, so it turns out her father was a divorce attorney. I think this is hilarious. What an amazing twist.
Amazing.
He did divorce work for 41 years.
Wow.
He calls Alex flashy, polished, but, quote, convince me you're real. And in his confessional, her father says that Alex answered all the questions well, a little too well. He says, honesty is written all over your body. Honesty is not his strength.
Wow.
This was so
You
satisfying.
got to trust the man who's done 41 years in divorce law.
Right?
I mean, that's all he does is try to figure out if people are telling the truth or not.
This was such a good read.
Yeah.
I do think Ashley's dad is made for TV.
Yeah.
It is cute how when he talks about Ashley, he just beams. He's like, she is dynamite.
Yeah. Dynamite, invented by Alfred Nobel.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobel.
Of the Nobel Prize.
Really?
That was his thing. That was the thing that made him famous. Dynamite.
Or which one?
No, he invented dynamite.
First.
And then the Nobel Prize thing started.
So that he could award it to himself for inventing dynamite?
No, I do not believe that he gave himself the first Nobel. But yeah, Nobel, you wouldn't think.
Wow.
You think it was something more wholesome or more like,
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's two big claims to fame.
I mean, dynamite can be very helpful. It's not just used to kill people. It's used to like excavate and, for construction.
I mean, I wouldn't turn down that invention. But anyway, I do think it's funny that her own father says that she has a bad picker.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
I like Ashley, but I do agree.
She's such a bad picker that still she's picking Alex after all that's happened.
Well,
you'd think that it's totally understandable to pick Alex after 10, 15 minutes, even though you would turn your nose up to him on a desert island. I get that. That's fine. I respect that.
I think a lot of the Shandys would agree with me. Let me know if you agree with me because I cannot unsee it. I'm sorry. I just think he's, you know what it is? I would never want to give him the satisfaction.
Oh, come on. You're stuck on a desert island. It's not about satisfaction.
I don't want to give him the satisfaction.
I understand what you're saying. I know. I respect that.
It's like I want to just cut him down. Sorry, I do.
Well, you do it once and then you never do it again. You're like, that's it. I didn't like it. I'm done with you. That's even worse than never doing it.
Well, apparently, according to him, he's great in the sack.
That's true. He's magnificent.
He really wants us all to know that. Okay, in a later scene now, Ashley and Alex are both working from home. Oh my God, this scene. Oh, I feel like I need to stretch before this one. This was hard to watch. Okay, so they're both working from home and she's like, oh, well, I might move up in my company. I'm still waiting to hear about this promotion. And he has a big reaction to this. He's like, I don't want to be stuck here in Ohio. I have that job offer coming for coaching in Florida. And he's like, I feel like you need to plan so much. I'm much more fluid. And this really got me when he said he's fluid and she needs to plan. Like, clearly she does like planning. I relate. But for him to say, but I'm fluid, it's like, it felt like he just wanted his way.
Yeah.
He was fluid with his way. He was not flexible at all.
But he's also trying to create problems where there maybe aren't problems because he wants out of this.
Well, yes. So this now becomes a conversation about how she rearranged water bottles that he had put in the fridge so beautifully.
What
apparently.
The hell was this?
You know what stuck out to me about this? And I loved how she did this. It reminded me a bit of KB last season, how KB would be like, no, but we already talked about this. Ashley was like, but have I rearranged something you put in the fridge since the last time you mentioned it to me? And he's like, no. And she's like, okay, then we've already talked about it. What she's saying is, you're bringing this up now for the cameras.
Right.
She was breaking down the fourth wall, letting us in to something he was doing kind of like what? You're right. I think he's planting the seed. He's trying to get out of this.
He's trying to show the jury what's going on. He's using feeble evidence to create a case that she's not good.
It was really pathetic.
Pathetic.
That she rearranged bottles he had already put in the fridge. He was so happy with how he put bottles in the fridge. This is very concerning.
This is confusing as well. I couldn't understand what he was talking about.
What was he upset about?
Like why was this a conversation?
Yeah, and much less something to be annoyed by.
Yeah.
Okay, so now she's like, well, if we're going to air grievances, she's like, well, we haven't had sex since Cabo.
Oh, that's something to be upset about.
She says they had an intimate date at the spa, and when they got home, she was feeling all like Randy.
Randy.
I haven't used that word in a while. He just headed out. So she was just left home alone. She says physical touch is her love language. And then Alex, Alex. He's like, well, you were on your period.
What what?
The period thing was so funny to me. He's like, I don't want to get pregnant. I'm not going to track it.
But wait, if she was on her period, how was she going to get pregnant?
Well, as she said, she's like, I'm not going to get pregnant on my period. And he's like, but you can right after. And she's like, no.
What?
Honestly, this part had me a little speechless. She's like, I feel like you think I'm trying to trap you in Cleveland with a kid. And then this goes around in circles where he thinks she's accusing him of making it his fault, which I just think is so rich considering the reason this scene even escalated is because he brought up the water bottles. So clearly the reason they were even in this mode with each other is because he was trying to make her look bad on camera.
Yeah.
And then when she's like, okay, well, I have a grievance of my own. He's like, how dare you try to make me look bad?
Yeah.
It's like you started it over water bottles.
Yeah, he's used to getting his way.
He is. Yes, he is. And I get the impression that when he doesn't get his way, that's when he's just out. He's never really vulnerable enough with someone or invested enough in someone to get past the discomfort of compromise.
And let's be honest, again, this is a childish conversation.
Oh my God.
The conversations, if you put him in the body of a 12-year-old,
yeah,
this conversation seems totally normal.
Uh-huh.
It's like, well, you did the water bottle thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
and you did this, and I don't want to.
I want to go coach soccer in Florida. I don't want a kid.
Yeah.
Your period is gross. I don't want to put anything in there. It's all gross and bloody.
I love how she's like, you're acting like when I'm on my period, I'm plagued. That was really good. Okay, this is where it gets really rich. She's like, I mean, are you satisfied when we do have sex?
Oh, God. Trying to toot his horn.
Oh, my God.
That's his comeback. He's like, talk to the audience.
He's like, but I mean, when we do have sex.
Tell them how good I am.
Yeah, I haven't been initiating, but when we do have sex, are you not satisfied? Who was that for?
Yeah.
Was it for her?
No.
Give me a break. No, it was for all of us. He wants the world to see him a certain way. This guy is so image
Well, that's the
conscious.
thing. It was so irrelevant.
Yes.
His whole form of conversation is not intelligent. It's like, why would you bring that up? What does it have to do? If anything, that hurts his argument.
Yes.
If he's so satifying to her, why isn't he giving you more of that satisfaction? Why is he holding it back?
Yes. And it was so transparently like about his image.
Yeah.
It was too
It's like,
obvious.
tell them how good in bed I am. You know, I can't unsee Oscar De La Hoya anymore. Every time I look at his face, he reminds me of Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, really? Okay.
Are you seeing this?
Oh.
They can't unsee it now either.
Okay.
Oscar De La Hoya, I'm telling you.
He looks a lot like him.
Yeah, it's funny. At first, you don't think so, but as he talks, there's something about the way he talks
really
that reminds me of when Oscar was really in his worst days. Like, if people know boxing, they know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so he's like, I mean, are you not satisfied when we do have sex? And she's like, but we haven't had sex since Mexico. And he was like, okay, why? Are you off your period?
What is going on with this guy?
Oh my God.
What does that even mean? Why?
So this escalates to the point where she needs to take a break. She goes off to the bedroom. And then when she comes back out, this I was upset about this. She was too accommodating towards him.
She cannot get enough of that sweet, you know what?
I don't want you to validate him by saying that.
I'm telling you, there's one thing Alex does well, and it's not soccer. He does that.
I don't want to give that to him.
He does that pretty well. He does it pretty well.
I don't know. To be honest, I can't tell how discerning she is because she's just like really wants it all the time.
His dad says she has a bad picker.
Yeah.
That means she's picked a lot of guys who are good in bed. That means that Alex is very good in bed.
Her picker is based on in bed and
this
not
is his tool. This is what he has now. He doesn't have soccer anymore.
This is his tool. Oh my God.
He's got the sex.
Okay.
That's all he's got.
So she's way too accommodating. However, once again, the conversation leads towards how he doesn't want kids. And she's like, neither do I. Yeah. Right now, anyway. And he said,
does he understand how a period works, by the way? Is it like when you're on your period, you can't have kids?
This is where
I'm not sure.
This is where he sounds like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's gross. I don't want to go
cooties.
there. Gross.
He says, well, I mean, we're both freaked out. And she says, remember when you weren't nervous? She says this with a smirk because he kept going on last week.
That was a good callback.
It was. And he didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
He didn't see the humor in that. He's not able to laugh at himself. You know how I feel about that.
He's not able to laugh at himself or really deliver anything of humor.
No, the fact that he couldn't be like, yeah, I did say that. He couldn't even acknowledge that.
He's very humorless.
He is humorless, actually.
And honestly, I'll tell you something about athletes, even like athletes that I'm not a big fan of. Usually they have some humor. But there's something funny about being an athlete.
I think so.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's just a weird thing to be.
If you like, we were watching that. What was that thing we were watching?
Oh, the dunk contest.
Yes.
And the 3-point contest.
Yes, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think that was the most.
My best. Honestly, there is no basketball I like to watch more than the dunk contest and the 3-point contest.
It was incredible.
It's more fun than the regular game.
Yeah, it felt like it was distilled down to like what makes
that's
each
what you want to
person
see.
amazing.
You want to see great shots and you want to see great dunks.
Yes.
The rest is like, gets a little repetitive.
But what struck me about it was how even when they didn't do well, they weren't like,
no, they were laughing.
They were like,
it.
oh, well,
it's funny.
Yeah, like there was humor around and they were like, giving each other props. And when they did really well, they were like dancing. Like the whole thing was just sort of lighthearted and funny. And I feel like that's what's really lacking from Alex in general is just lightheartedness, a sense of humor, an ability to laugh at yourself.
But I think there's a lot of darkness there too. I think that a lot of darkness that was put upon him as a child, which is not his fault, and which shaped him. We're all shaped by childhood traumas.
And also his injuries.
And his injuries. There's darkness as an adult and as a child. That's why I have a hard time completely piling on Alex. Look, he is irredeemable. This is a mess. It's an absolute mess.
Yeah.
But I have to have
Andy
some compassion for this guy because even though I think he's gotten a lot that he didn't deserve in life and things have been easy for him in some ways, particularly women probably, I do think that he's gotten a bad hand. And I'm just saying, I think
his hand is not the worst hand.
You don't know. I think it's worse than we think. Based on his mother's situation, I don't know. There's something going on with Alex.
Yeah.
Something a little weird there. But I do feel a little compassion for the guy. But this version of Alex, what I see in front of me is terrible.
Okay, so you with your juju read, which is you have like, I would say an 80, it used to be like 95% accurate, but after last
Chris
week. Okay, we'll get to Chris. But
Chris
your juju read is like 80 to 85% accurate.
It's up there.
It's very good, I will say.
It's decent.
Yes.
It's done me well.
Your juju read on Alex is that he's not very self-aware, he's humorless, but he's not actually deep down a bad guy. He probably just wants love, honestly.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand how to do life right.
Yeah.
He's a kid and he's kind of a bratty kid.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of an arrogant kid.
Yeah.
But I do think that deep down inside, if I had to give Ruby to someone for a month, it's a toss-up between him and Chris now.
I don't know how to feel about that. Sorry, that left me speechless. I don't think I have less of a soft spot for Alex. He doesn't have true vulnerability with anybody. And I don't think, as I said last week, I don't think he respects women. And that it's hard for me to get past that. And it can be because of the hand he was dealt, but nonetheless, he just doesn't carry himself with care for other people, for anyone. Not even, it seems his mother, to be honest. And maybe that's how he was raised, so that's why he is the way he is. I just am not getting like a human element from Alex that I like.
I agree. I think he's
I do think it's a lot of defenses, though. I'm agreeing with you.
I think that there's hope for Alex. Is what I'm saying is with a lot of work and a lot of therapy and a lot of life experience, I think there's hope for Alex.
Yeah. Probably.
Whereas I don't think there's hope for some people.
Yes. Okay, what struck me about the end of the scene is that it suggested they're going to go have sex now.
Oh, yeah.
Which had me shook.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine a less sexy conversation than everything they just talked about, the period.
It's incredible. She just wants it so bad.
Oh my God.
She just will take it. That's a problem.
It is a problem.
What the problem is, what we see on screen is so obviously, undeniably wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, how are you still sitting at the table, let alone engaging, like, positively in this conversation?
How have you not ended this yet? Yeah.
Her weakness is the sex.
Okay, so in a later scene, they're playing virtual golf and she's in better spirits because apparently they've been banging more.
Yeah. That's all she needs.
Okay, so in a later scene, they have his mother over. The gist is that she is where he gets his nomadic lifestyle. Alex then steps out and Ashley does her digging. She really takes after her father. She asks a lot of questions. And through her question asking, she learns that there was an ex that Alex had not told her about. And in this conversation, his mother reveals that Alex is finally now mourning the loss of soccer. And at the idea of Alex returning to a financial career, she starts to cry. His mother starts to cry and says that he's really not cut out for that kind of life, structure, office, all that stuff. she thinks that coaching is really the best bet for him.
Well, this was the moment like between his mother and him. This was the only moment of real humanity I saw with these two.
Yeah.
Is where she cries about the idea of him leaving soccer forever and going into finance.
Yes.
Which is fun. It's kind of like it's like, no, not finance. But it was,
it does sound nice. For someone like me, it does sound like
no,
nightmarish.
I mean, it's very sad. It's tragic. It's a touching scene.
Yeah.
Like she actually, I don't know how many bodies she has under the boards. It doesn't really matter. This was very touching because she cares so deeply about this element.
Yeah.
She wanted him to have this dream, and this dream was stolen away. And now it might be finance.
His mom asks what Ashley's biggest thing is that she's had to overcome. And Ashley says her last relationship, she lost herself in it. She was this bright, shining personality, bubbly, smart, intelligent, beautiful inside and out. This was the one moment where I was like, oh, I see why this works.
That is one of the most hilarious things
to say
I've
about
ever
yourself.
Heard someone say about themselves in my whole life. It's so funny.
I was beautiful inside.
The only way you could get away with that is if you are like a monster. Like you literally look like Jabba the Hutt. Then you can say it in a way where it's like, I don't care what people think. I'm beautiful on the outside.
Oh, where it's to that degree.
Right. It's like you're literally not even human anymore.
Yeah.
You're like another, you like wouldn't be recognized as a human being or even an animal.
Okay.
You're
So
like
no
a monster.
no one can get away with saying
you're
this.
like, no one would ever look at you and be like, that's not a hideously disgusting thing. So you saying yourself beautiful on the outside is like, oh, how beautiful is that?
And on the inside though.
Well, on the inside and outside. The outside is the problem.
Oh, for me, it's also the inside though, because inherently the person who is beautiful on the inside has the humility to not say that they are beautiful on the inside and out.
Believe me, I have issue with the inside too. I just think the outside is a bigger infraction.
Yeah, they're equally bad.
I think in general, if you refer to yourself as beautiful, it's got to be very vague and broad.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel I'm a beautiful person. And that's even pushing it.
I think that, there's something nice about having confidence in yourself, but just something about I'm beautiful inside and out. Oh, she was talking past tense. Yeah. Maybe that's what makes it okay. I don't know.
Oh, she used to be beautiful on the inside and out.
Before she lost herself. I don't know. Anyway, she says she no longer wants to date or marry potential. And overall, Ashley gets a glowing review from mom, Andy. Yeah. Okay, so in our next scene with these two, our final scene with these two, after his mom leaves, she asks about his past relationships. I thought scene was so funny. She really has her dad in her. Yeah. So she's like, so, you told me about these past relationships. Was there anyone else? And he's like, well, no, those were the most serious ones. And she was like, yeah, but there was the travel nurse. And he was like, oh, well, yeah, that one was like longer, which already you're like, wait, it was longer, but less serious. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, but she was planning on moving to Australia with you. That seems kind of serious. And he was like, oh, well, Yeah. And I think that you can tell her spidey sense was going off. And I think it was leading her down the right path. Yeah. Because she starts picking apart, you were dating this other girl when you applied for the show, and then you had been 2 years, and then you went to Austin. She was like, well, when did you last see this ex?
Objection, Your Honor. I'm leaving the witness.
This is so funny when he was like, well, yeah, I last saw her in Austin visiting friends. And she was like, were you visiting her? And he was like, well, I was visiting a number of friends. BS. Oh, God. I call such bullshit on this.
You know what? I'll tell you.
He was visiting this ex and they were fully hooking up and they've probably been sort of in a situationship ever since they broke up. Well,
the thing with this lie is it's like, again, the 12-year-old's coming out. It's like, if you're going to say, yeah, you were visiting her too, you don't say you were also hooking up with her. Just lie the whole thing.
Yeah, commit to the lie.
Don't be like, oh yeah, well, I was also hooking up with her. What am I going to visit some girl in Austin and not hook up with her?
I honestly think that's how he sees it, to be honest. But anyway, there is an overlap in time and he's like, look, I was newly broken up with, and my ego took a hit, and then I wanted to go hook up with, which is honestly probably pretty accurate. True. Yeah. But I also, he was so hell bent on being like, I didn't cheat. There was no overlap.
He should have just admitted it.
I don't buy that this guy has not cheated.
No, he's cheated.
This guy has so cheated.
He should have just
bet a lot of money on it.
Just admit it.
Yes.
It was in the past. He made a mistake. Say, I did it. I felt terrible about it. I learned a lesson.
Then he's caught in another lie because he says
it's a web of lies now. He should have this was simple.
Yeah.
This was like, I had this girlfriend. This is the timeline. Yes, we hooked up. Yes, I may have cheated on her and I felt really bad about it. I've learned my lesson.
Oh my God. It's so funny to me how the idea of cheating, like let's say he had just been broken up with, he did go hook up with this ex, blah, blah, blah. It's like a matter of days, right?
That's the thing she's worried about. And I respect her line of questioning, but she did catch him and she's good and she was onto it. But what I don't respect is the fact that this is the thing
she's hung up on.
What about the whole Alex?
Rest.
What about this whole person?
The whole Alex.
All the other sucking
is
okay.
No, it's true.
But this is the problem.
It's true. Okay, she says, I was cheated on. It really scarred me. Please don't cheat. And he said, he does this. This got me. He was like, I got you.
Yeah. I got you.
He looks down and to the left. I don't know. Apparently that's a myth, but that means you're lying.
I mean, it's less truthful than it would be if he didn't look down and to the left.
Yeah, it was very lie-y.
Yeah.
I got you.
He's got you.
He couldn't even hold her gaze.
Don't cheat anymore. I got you. I like my quince. I really, really do. I like my quince. That's why I'm telling you.
Andy, what a sweet song.
Look at me in red. Or is this burgundy?
Burgundy.
Or is it purple? I don't know. Because I'm a man. I don't see colors.
It's wine, Andy. And you look so sophisticated in that sweater. And knowing that it's 100% Mongolian cashmere, you would never guess that sweater, not on sale, just the regular price for that sweater, is $59.90.
It's ridiculous.
Quince has honestly disrupted the fashion world with these prices.
And they haven't done it unethically.
Yes, because usually you hear, good prices on clothing. It must be terrifying behind the scenes. But actually the way Quince is able to save us all these dollars is that they partner directly with the factory. So they cut out the middleman. So the middleman is that designer, that little label that you are used to paying a huge upcharge for, making that sweater. I mean, that sweater would be like $250. If it had a little designer label in it. If you cut that out, you can save a ton. And actually, if you scroll to the bottom of each Quince product page, they show you exactly what that sweater costs them to make in terms of materials, labor, shipping, and then they show what they charge you. And you can see that by cutting out that middleman, you are saving 50 to 80% what you normally would.
So refresh your wardrobe with Quince.
Go to quince.com/Shandy for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada too.
That's QUINCE.com/Shandy for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Shandy.
So Sharleen, this month I decided I want to become a professional poker player.
Oh, really?
Now, I've had enough of all this.
All this?
All of this. So poker is going to be my career.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, well, I could read a bunch of books on poker, or I could watch a master class from possibly the greatest living poker player alive, Daniel Negreanu.
Wow.
And that's what I am doing.
Oh.
And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to play poker with me.
Andy's really been sinking his teeth into masterclass lately, I've got to say. It is really the perfect place to go to learn stuff in a fun way from the best of the best.
The best of the best. Werner Herzog. I'm watching his masterclass on filmmaking.
Yes.
Werner Herzog.
Yes. Malcolm Gladwell and Margaret Atwood have ones on writing, storytelling.
Gordon Ramsay on cooking.
Christina Aguilera on singing. Frank Gehry on design.
Ooh, highbrow.
I know. I mean, it is inherently highbrow. It's highbrow to spend your free time learning stuff instead of giving away your attention for free, scrolling. Maybe there's a hobby you've always dreamed about pursuing. You could watch a masterclass with the world's best, the person who rose to the top, the cream at the top. Plans start at $10 a month when billed annually. That is unbelievable access. I can't think of a better way to spend $10, honestly.
The best way to spend your time in 2026 is doing things that AI cannot. And I think Masterclass is a perfect example of something AI can't get their fingers on.
You know, it's truly human. So right now, our Shandies get an additional 15% off any annual membership at masterclass.com/Shandy.
That's 15% off at masterclass.com/Shandy, masterclass.com/Shandy.
Okay, Andy, our prediction for these two. 1, 2, 3, nay.
Although, no matter what and when the breakup happens, if, how, what, where, when, they will be banging again.
Yes.
100%.
She will be added to the roster of exes.
Yes,
that he
there will be
bangs.
another conversation he has with a future girlfriend where he gets the timeline wrong and she's the person who was in Ohio.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah, he'll be talking to someone else about having gone to Cleveland
Yeah.
And that was the last time I saw his ex.
Yeah.
But he was visiting several friends. But yes, they did.
Yeah. The old Cleveland steamer.
Okay.
You know what that is?
No.
No, that's good.
I laughed like I did, though.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. No, it's not good.
It's not?
No, it's not good.
Cleveland steamer?
Yeah, don't look it up. It's bad.
What is it?
It's just not a good thing. I mean, it's a good thing for some people, but not most people.
Is it a...
And I don't know why it has to do with Cleveland. I've always had an issue with that. I don't know why Cleveland got the steamer.
Wait.
A lot of cities could have had a steamer, but
what are you talking
for some
about?
reason it was Cleveland.
Just tell me.
No, I'm not telling you. It's not appropriate for the podcast. It's a family show.
Oh, it's a sex thing?
It's a sex thing.
Oh.
Ish.
Okay.
It's pretty advanced.
Is this something that I should know and I should be embarrassed for
it's
not
something
knowing?
it's something I'm embarrassed to know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Shandy's aren't going to come at me being like, I can't believe you don't know.
And by the
Okay.
way, this is not one of the top 20 things Ohio is famous for. This is just happens to be Cleveland. I don't know why.
Okay.
Can someone tell us why the Cleveland steamer is Cleveland? Because I genuinely would like to know.
Okay. We're moving on from the Cleveland
That's that kind of thing you can't find on Wikipedia. Yeah, it's one of those things. Only humans know the answer to this question.
Okay, we're going to move on now to Brittany and Devonta.
All right,
Andy.
good segue.
Okay. Okay, so we're picking up with their fight back in Cabo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the fight that I really thought was going to lead to their breakup.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking.
If only.
I feel a little bad now because honestly, this batch wasn't a bad batch for these two. But
no, he seems all nice now.
I can't get over.
I think he realized that he was being too terrible on TV, and he's got to
you think
get
that's
his shit
what it,
together.
Okay, so you think that Devonta having improved in this batch is more about image preservation than feelings for her?
I think in some cases, e.g., Chris, the producer tries to get them to sync themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think in other cases, the producer's like, "Listen, you gotta turn this around. You're getting a little dirty here."
That's giving both Devonta and production a lot of credit.
Okay, but I think he had a nice producer.
Yeah.
And they were like, listen, you really might want to.
I think it's more so that they're encouraged to not end a relationship prematurely because I am sure people want it like in a hot-headed moment end the relationship a lot and then the show wouldn't exist.
That's true.
Not enough couples would make it far enough and they really want that at the altar breakup.
Yeah.
You know, the yay or nay. They want couples to make it to the altar. They have a financial incentive.
No, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I just think that this is a little weird. It felt very night and day. So he was ignoring her. He wasn't looking at her. He wasn't touching her. He was being cold. He was being one of those as frosty as you can be on Love is Blind.
Yeah.
And suddenly he's all nice. He's cooking for her. He's smiling. Maybe she rocked his world in bed. Maybe he finally got a taste of some of that loving. Changed his tune a little bit.
Finally touched her.
Yeah.
So basically they patch up here in Cabo. Honestly, it doesn't really feel like they solve anything, to be honest. They just sort of talk it out. He finally gives her like a reluctant hug where he's not even like touching her body in the back. He's just clasping his hands. That's not a hug. He asks if she wants a tissue. She says no. And he's like, okay, let's go to bed.
Yeah.
Solved, problem solved. Andy, you called him an oaf here. Okay. In Ohio now, they're in bed. She says, while it hasn't been easy, she believes this is working. She's hopeful it's the real deal. She trusts him. She feels safe with him. He's Christ-like, she says.
Jesus.
That's a low bar.
No pun intended.
That's a low bar, I gotta say.
Yeah, that is a low bar. I mean, Jesus is rolling over. Well, I guess he's not. He's... Yeah, that would make sense. Okay,
so now... I think this is the scene where she introduces Devonta to her family, where we see where she gets this from. I think Brittany is a positive, optimistic type. Like she wants to see the best in people and she believes in love. And I think that she's a textbook, like falling in love with the idea of falling in love on TV person. Her father is so quick to be like, oh, Devonta's amazing.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I can see what she loves about you. This is great. This is going to work.
He's really sold.
Sold like over nothing. Like, what does Devonta say? When they go up for a chat upstairs, he's like, so do you feel like you're pretty smitten? Devonta's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that all it took was saying, not saying no to that?
I mean, maybe she's dated some really rough characters in the past.
I guess.
Maybe he's just grateful that she's dating someone who seems like a sort of a halfway decent human being.
Well, based on these shows, it looks pretty bleak out there.
Yeah.
The men out there, I mean.
Yeah.
Slim pickings.
Well, yeah. And also she's maybe in his mind, it's like, the clocks are ticking. Let's get someone going here. I'm just going to endorse anyone who seems like a viable candidate.
Oh, you think her parents are like worried about her?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Oh my God. Like but that's funny because I do think there are parents like that, but it's not the same out there dating now that it used to be.
It's a disaster.
Online dating has completely turned the whole business upside down.
Yeah, and also I believe that online dating has created some of these monsters we're seeing on these shows.
Oh, I think goes without saying, honestly. There's no way that it hasn't.
No.
All these guys have this entitlement to female attention.
They don't have to earn it. They've never been in the trenches. They've never been on the battlefield.
And the result is that they don't appreciate women who are interested in them. And
the same way you don't appreciate, can I say Amazon? You're allowed to, non-sponsored. Like Amazon gives a shit. But like when you get Amazon, it's not like every time you get an Amazon package, you're like, oh my God, I just went on the internet and this box showed up a day later.
Same day.
Yeah, it was cheap.
No, it's true.
Yeah, he doesn't appreciate it. Just go on here. Oh, I want this one. And then Thursday I'll have this one. And then maybe Monday this one.
It's so true. And then, she didn't really look like her photo.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't do Pilates every day.
Yeah, she won't move to Florida for me to do coaching.
Yeah, but they never seem to look in the mirror and be like, am I really all that?
No,
it's just easy for me, so I think I am.
Keep getting the validation.
Yes. Anyway.
All it takes is one swipe for a man to think he's something else. Men have fragile egos, but also very easily boosted egos.
Yeah.
And I think this internet has created very bad men. There have always been bad men, let's be honest. The world is created by bad men.
Yeah.
But the bad men now are more, I feel like they're more spread out. There's like more diverse bad men.
Yeah.
And I think that this filthy internet dating is to blame.
Yeah. And I don't know if Devonta deserves to be the one we're talking about. But clearly we're talking about just he's not the worst one.
No, he's just like average.
He's nowhere close to the worst one.
He's average at best. At worst, he's average. At least he cooks.
Yeah. Yes. At least he cooks.
Yeah, and it looks decent too.
It did look decent. In a later scene, he's cooking for them. She says, though, that he doesn't compliment her looks. And it doesn't feel like he wants her. He only compliments her clothes.
Aww.
That's
a little opposite of what you'd expect most guys to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just thought of something. Is it possible that Devonta is not straight?
You know how I feel about speculating on this stuff. So I'm going to decline to answer, but we'll let the Shandies chime in the comments. But that is an interesting thought that amazingly has not occurred to me.
Yeah, because maybe we're all off the scent. Like there's all these theories that I think hold a lot of water, by the way. Like they're very valid theories.
Yeah.
But maybe this is it. Don't you get a little feel?
Yeah.
A little bit? A little something? Really?
He says if it's prompted, so she's like, you never tell me I'm pretty, then he feels that it's not genuine. So even if he does say it, that she's not going to receive it like a real compliment. Yeah. I've got to say I've dated a guy who was like this.
You did?
Yes, where there was no words of affirmation. He never validated my appearance or like how cute I looked one day or whatever. And it really, it bothered me a little bit. You know, you put in effort and like, it's like you look no different than if you're in your sweats. You're kind of like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then he was like, but if now that you've said it, if I say it, then it wasn't just coming from nothing. And it's like, okay, I can see where you're coming from, but that also just brings us back to square one. Like that's such a cop-out. You're not actually taking the feedback and trying to implement it.
But you wouldn't be saying that in the first place if there was a reasonable amount of compliments coming your
Exactly.
direction.
Yes.
So it's a vicious cycle.
It is a vicious cycle. Finally, she says, she's projecting her past relationship insecurities onto him. I don't know if that's true, but, that's generous of her. He says she's so pretty. She's a natural beauty. He likes her voluptuous eyelashes.
So you know what? I don't mind this word. It's a combination of plump and voluptuous.
Yeah. Her soft curly hair and her height.
Yes. Most importantly, save the best for last.
She says, thanks. And he says, you're welcome. Our favorite. Any long-standing Shandies will know we have a big issue with certain you're welcomes.
This was an orange to red infraction.
You do not say you're welcome to a thank you that was in response to a compliment.
Correct.
Period.
Yes.
Okay, Andy, what is our prediction for these two? 1, 2, 3. Nay.
All right. Clean and simple.
Okay, Andy, next up we have Emma and Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So they are in Columbus organizing their apartment and they're noticing each other's quirks.
Yes.
Yes.
Quirks are good.
Yeah.
It's what a great relationship is built on.
That's true, except I don't know if these are quirks. I think these are things that they're already annoyed by in each other.
Correct.
And usually those only get worse with time. But basically her messiness keeps coming up. And she says, well, you don't close doors.
Wait.
You don't think that's that bad? This is definitely not as bad.
Doors don't need to be closed. I'm actually a big proponent of all doors being open at all times.
Really?
Yeah, just honesty within the household.
Okay, and airflow.
And airflow, yes.
Okay, in a later scene, they're getting ready for bed, and she cutely says, what doing? And he's like, huh? Yeah. She's like, what doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just, getting ready for bed. And this made me sad.
Yeah, she was being cute.
She was being cute.
He was being humorless.
Yeah, I don't know. These two... What is it about Mike and Emma that I'm not buying? And the kids thing aside, the kids thing I think is actually a red herring with these two.
No, I feel it's like oil and water.
They're not really cut from the same cloth. I'm not saying you have to be, but it just sort of feels like they were both there and the most compatible for each other in a fairly small pool.
Yeah.
It's like they were the best each other was going to get for themselves. I just feel like there's someone out there better suited to him and someone else out there way better suited to her.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, just something about this stood out to me. She's like, what doing? I just thought it was a cute little...
There's not a lot of cuteness in this relationship.
Yeah, maybe he didn't hear it. But then, of course, so he gets into bed and he's like, okay, so the kids thing again.
Yeah, this guy with the kids.
He really wants kids.
We should start a daycare center.
He says he really wants to know it's a part of his future, but he worries that he could never live with it if she gave in and resented him. Okay, so that's our big theme with them. We get it. Okay, so Emma and Mike now meet his mom, dad, brother, and sister. His dad says, your past boyfriends, were they like Italian?
Here we go.
We loved Mike's dad.
Mike's dad.
Let's get this out of the way.
Else.
Turns out Mike has been trying to teach Emma how to pronounce coffee.
Yeah, okay. Coffee. Water. Coffee.
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 I think mine's pretty good. Coffee.
You're putting too much emphasis on the aw. It should just be relaxed. Just coffee.
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 Give me some coffee.
Coffee.
Give me some water.
Water.
You're getting there. It's okay. You don't need to learn how to do that.
Not bad for a Canuck.
Yeah.
Okay, his dad asks if they've discussed grandchildren.
Oh, let me tell you something, sweetheart. You're giving me some grandchildren and lots of them. Or you end up like my friend Bobby, the bottom of the Ohio River, cement slippers.
What I loved is how he's like, have you thought about grandchildren, not children?
Yeah, no.
So he's thinking about himself.
He's like, you better say yes. You better say you've been thinking about that.
Yeah, thinking about giving me grandchildren.
There's going to be trouble here.
Emma is honest about being on the fence and cue the dun dun dun. The music changes.
Yeah.
And his mother has a huge reaction to this. And what was so amazing to me about Mike and Emma in this episode is that we got to meet his whole family and her whole family along with their siblings. And there was a cultural difference. And I'm not just speaking like Italian and not Italian. I mean like a cultural difference around children in each family. You could see how in his family, she's like, oh, I'm on the fence. And they're like,
yeah.
Even his sister is like, we grew up going on trips and sleepovers with our cousins. We all want that when we have kids. Like his sister says that.
Oh, yeah.
Who's of his generation. Yeah. Meanwhile, you look over at her family and her sister's like, yeah, I have 2 kids, but I don't know if I would necessarily do it again.
Yeah. Whoops.
So then things get even more fun here when his dad says, both of your parents are Asian.
Yeah, you 100% Oriental? Well, you got some gabagool in there, or maybe a touch of pad thai? Or are we just talking chicken and broccoli? What do we got here?
And she reveals here she was adopted. And he was like, oh, were you a baby? And she's like, no, I was 3. It was at an orphanage. And he's like, where was this? And she's like, China. And he's like, oh, so China, you're Chinese. Mm-hmm. You have Chinese ancestry. Why was this so funny? Oh my God.
Yeah.
His father was a hoot, I will say.
His father's something else.
She shares her background now, why she's on the fence about kids and her, her birthmarks, and she's not sure what will pass down. And in the end, she really wins over his parents.
Yeah. She's like, as long as you've got grandchildren, honey, it's going to be all right. As long as you get me some grandchildren and make sure they're male child. I want to have them girl grandchildren. You end up like Bobby again. I told you the first time, you don't want to be in that river. It's cold at night.
Why are you so good at that?
Come around these parts.
In the end, she really does win over his family. His parents love her.
Yeah. Maybe someday we'll go see Miss Saigon together.
Okay, in our next scene with these two, Emma introduces Mike to her parents and sisters. This was funny. How her mom is like, the women in this family freak out. Yeah. And so we're with grounders. I thought this was funny because, Andy, you and I are opposite.
Yeah.
Andy's the freaker outer.
That's right.
And I'm the grounder.
That's correct.
You don't deny it.
No, I'm clearly the freaker outer and you're clearly the grounder. What am I supposed to say about that?
The kids thing comes up yet again. And you can see Mike trying to defend parenthood. And this is so funny. I thought this was hilarious. Yeah. So, you could see he's like, oh, this is really different from my family. Like he was expecting people to be a little more into it. And he's like, well, to her sister, he's like, well, you have 2 kids. And she's like, yeah, but I understand how hard it is. He's like, yes, but you don't regret it. That's the real, like, I feel like that's the slam dunk people have about kids. It's like, but you don't regret it?
Yeah, see, I win. You don't regret it.
I will say, if you go on Reddit and everyone's all anonymous, there are people who regret it.
Yes, there are definitely a significant percentage that regret it, but a very good majority that don't.
Huge majority. Yeah. But, I mean, there's a book called Regretting Motherhood.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
I
just thought it was funny how he was like, I got you. You wouldn't regret it. And then this is where her sister, I thought this was an incredible answer. And I can picture a lot of people watching this and being offended by it, actually.
But, of course. But really, this was a brave answer to say on TV and something you never hear on TV, let alone a reality TV.
Yes. Yeah. She's like, where it's not an actor playing someone who feels this way. Totally. She's like, I love my kids. I don't regret my kids. But in another world, if I got to the end of my life and I was given the option to live it over again, she's like, I wouldn't have kids.
Wow.
Which is not, she's not saying she regrets it.
No.
It's just, she's saying like, I think that there is something to be said about a life that you live entirely for yourself.
Yes. And that doesn't mean a selfish life.
No.
That just means a life where you are the only one you're caring for directly.
Yeah. You don't have dependence.
Yes.
Necessarily. Oh yeah. I felt seen by this answer. I think that there are probably a lot of people who feel seen by this answer. I really respected how honest
very brave.
She was.
I mean, that was honestly, this was a real moment in television. But it will definitely be thrown under the rug. Like, no one will remember this, but this is a big deal.
She says the thought of someone choosing to have kids to please their partner is absolutely terrifying. I would agree with that. And her mom now says that no one has to justify why they want kids or don't want kids. And I loved this line because I feel like with this whole season, the vibe is Emma has to justify it. That's the vibe I'm getting. When really she has excellent reasons and she doesn't even need to have those reasons. But she also has excellent reasons. The whole season is just so focused. It feels so white picket fence.
Yeah.
So traditional. And it's frustrating watching the one woman on the whole season who's like, I'm not sure and I have my reasons. And it feels very much like, what do you mean?
It's a different place too. Look, a lot of these shows, these Love is Blind shows have been in, very progressive cities, right? This is Ohio. First of all, it's the whole state, which is the first.
Yeah.
I guess Washington, D.C., but that's sort of an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
It's more of a city.
Yeah.
It's really a city.
Uh-huh.
It's technically not, but it's technically a state. I don't know.
But get to your point.
My point is that Ohio is a little different.
It is. You feel it.
And this is all the more brave and out of the ordinary for her to say something like this.
Yeah.
In Ohio. I'm sure this is not welcomed by a lot of the people in her circles.
Yeah. Emma says that she wouldn't still be there if she wasn't at least open to it, but you can see that her family is protective because they just don't want her to be getting bent. They want her bending.
Yes, nice.
Bending because of someone else's wants. And Emma opens up now about growing up and the mental roadblocks around her health issues and feeling different growing up. And what struck me here is just because this family seems so like open with each other that it was news to her family. Yeah. So it shows something about Emma that she doesn't necessarily, she's shared with all of us so much, right? But what this shows is that she's not necessarily like that.
It was actually shocking that they didn't know.
Yes. Because I feel like it would be very well received in this family.
It's a strange way for them to find that out.
I agree. I think that she Well, she even talks about this. She's like, she doesn't like asking people for help. She doesn't want to show weakness. She doesn't want to be other people's problem. Blah, blah, blah. You know, she has, which I find very relatable. But yeah, it just struck me that this was news to them. Overall, on the kids front, Emma says she does have the right to change her mind. And then her niece and nephew arrive, and Mike does this thing that I find very annoying when people...
Oof.
Do you know what?
It's so annoying.
I find this annoying.
So you want one of those?
Yeah. He's like, look, this doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, this doesn't do anything for you. Yeah, because doesn't get your ovaries producing. Is that what the ovaries do? They
always bugged me when people do that.
Yeah.
It's like, look at this. This doesn't do it for you. It's like usually actually the opposite.
No, it's exactly the opposite. It's the thing. It's the thing that's held me back. That exact situation.
Okay, Andy, how about our prediction now then? Last week I said yay for these two. You said nay. Let's see how we feel now.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, nay. Yeah.
You said nay, right?
I said nay.
I think we should change to yes and no. Nay and yay sound very similar.
I find these two... I'm not really sure what they have that's unique to them, to be honest, other than that they met, like they were the most compatible in the pods on a show where there's like 15 people to choose from.
This ship doesn't sail.
Yeah. I'm not, and it has nothing to do with the kids thing, to be honest. That to me is like
that's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it's sort of the main talking point, but for me, I'm just sort of like.
And I also think, not for nothing, that his parents would probably prefer him to meet a nice Italian girl, not on a reality TV show that wants to have kids yesterday. That's all.
I mean, we were all getting that vibe. But, parents can want what they want.
Yes.
It doesn't mean we must obey. Okay, next up, Andy. Oh, my God. Jessica and Chris. I don't even know where to start. What a turn. What a turn.
You know, and I'll say this about Chris. And I fully fall on my sword. I was fooled. He fooled me into thinking he was a nice guy. I went against my cardinal rule, which is if a guy seems too squeaky clean, there's something wrong.
Yes.
And I went against it.
Yes, and I do think I was swayed by you because when I watched the first batch, I really liked them, but I was like, it feels like soft acting. No. It feels like they're in love with the idea of being in love, and they're both like just talking about how amazing the other is. But you were really into Chris, and so I'm blaming you, Andy.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Last week we liked Chris. And what that goes to show is he is probably good at selling whatever he does sell for a living.
At least when he's sober, yeah.
Oh my God. We'll get to that.
Oof.
Talk about in vino veritas, right? Okay, so they show each other their houses.
Yeah.
He has easily the nicest apartment of any of the men on this season. Yeah. And at the time I was like, wow, so nice, so impressive. And now looking back, I'm like, American Psycho.
Yeah, right? He's fastidious.
Yeah, he's the less sloppy, although he also became sloppy, but we called Steven sort of the American Psycho of the season. And I now am realizing that if you go on a first date with a guy, or you go to a guy's place for the first time rather, and his place is like too nice, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. Is this too harsh?
No. First of all, yes, I see what you're saying.
It feels like it's not for them. It's like I see
they're
what you're using
saying.
it.
Along those lines, Connor would be the guy you'd go for.
Yeah. Can we go for something in the middle?
In the middle? You want a little psycho? Just a little bit.
It's a bit of psycho.
I think that, there is something to say about guys who have too nice an abode.
Or like even how they dress and stuff.
Or how they dress. It's like they're trying to create a lie. Or they're trying to cover up for lies.
Yeah.
I think that, they often say that in prisons, prisoners keep their cells extraordinarily neat.
Really?
Yeah, because there's something about like a guilty complex where you want to make sure everything's in order, but you always have this web of lies and, deceit that you're trying to keep track of. But I don't know. I've heard this from a few people. I think that there's something to say about that. First of all, not all people with nice apartments are crazy people.
I know it's an extreme thing to say.
It's just one ingredient, one element you can use and be like, oh, he also has a little bit of too nice an apartment.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that out of all the men this season, he has by far and away the most stylish, put together place.
I agree. It's suspicious.
He is clearly the worst guy. Like, I'm sorry, but Connor's Christmas tree in April is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't, you can work on that, but you can't work on turning someone into a good person.
That's true.
Okay, so they see each other's homes. Her house is, gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love how she's made her home. It's like a true sanctuary.
Yeah.
Her bedroom, her snake decor.
Yeah, she loves snakes.
Her dark walls. I just thought it was really lovely. Anyway, things are going great with them until we have a scene where the music stops, Andy. That's always a bad sign. Turns out he texted that he was getting a drink the night before with a friend and he was going to stay out. And she's on his case about communication. She said that she texted him, that she loved him, and then he didn't reply all day. And then he had said he needs a 13-hour break.
Huh.
And he's like, I didn't say that. I didn't say 13 hours. She's like, yes, you did. He's like, no, I didn't. She's like, I wouldn't make that up. And he's like, oh, okay. Did I say that?
Yeah, that's weird.
He says now, I feel like a lot of my life I wasn't as direct as I needed to be. And then he says, do you think we have a good physical connection? And she's like, I think so. And then he says he wants to see this through. They have a great connection. It was real. There's a lot of past tense in this. Yeah. And then he says he's going to try to choose his words carefully.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? This is him having chosen his words carefully.
Yeah, I'd hate to see what it is when he doesn't.
Yeah. He says, to be totally honest, he dates people who do CrossFit and shit. And he normally dates people who work out or do Pilates every day. And it's hard for him to be physically into it. He says, I just don't know if it's there for me. And she's like, so it's because of my body? This was difficult to watch.
Yeah.
It honestly left me a bit speechless. I couldn't believe he was saying this on TV, to be honest.
It's crazy. Why would he do this on TV? If you're going to be honest like this, if you've decided I'm not going to be misleading about, what did he say? What do you call it? Like
their physical connection?
No, what did he say? I've been not direct.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to be direct to someone about this, first of all, don't do that.
Well, about this.
Don't do that about this.
Yeah.
Don't be direct to a woman about this.
No.
Ever in any situation. But if you're going to suddenly start being direct, don't do it on TV. What's wrong with you?
Awful. I don't know what he was thinking.
Now a million, God, no, how many millions? Millions, maybe tens of millions of people are like, oh, now I've heard this woman's body talked about in a negative way. Yeah. She's associated now with being outed for having a not fit body.
Yeah, not having a good enough body for him. Also, later on at the party when he talks multiple times about how it's the worst he's ever had. So now that she has that stain on her too.
So she's bad in bed.
Yeah,
she's got a bad body. She's not attractive enough for this guy.
Yes.
That's out in the open.
But Andy, he's just being honest.
He's just being direct. No, he's being a good guy.
The honesty. Okay, I have such an issue with this. When did men get the memo that they can say whatever they want to a woman
Absolutely
and completely rip her confidence to shreds in the name of honesty? Why? Do you not know how to behave?
No, it's
behave
so
with other people. Consider their feelings. Consider how they see themselves.
How long is it going to take for her to get over this?
No, yeah, exactly. Do you know how many women would be completely shattered by this? She was amazing.
She's a beautiful doctor who he doesn't deserve.
She is also, this is the most disturbing part, there is no world or culture in which she is not tiny.
It's crazy. And even for him, she's tiny. He's not a big guy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The idea that he needed to tell her the details of why the physical connection is not good for him is amazing to me. Like, why not just leave it at I don't feel good. Maybe they had really bad sex. Fine. I'll give it to him. Maybe if he had terrible, terrible sex with her, that's a fair reason to end an early relationship.
Then you come up with then you just say something else.
You just say, you can say at the very worst, I don't like our physical connection. I'm going to leave it at that. This isn't going to work for me.
Yeah.
That's the worst you can do.
Yeah.
Or you can be like, I'm just not feeling like there's something has changed for me. And I just don't tell the truth in that situation.
On TV.
On TV. Don't even do it in private, but definitely don't do it on TV.
This is going to live out there in the world forever.
Ever.
Andy, this is where you said this show is amazing. It just puts together people who aren't supposed to be together.
Yeah.
And this is what struck me about this. If he wants someone who works out, then make that a requirement. It sounds like she was very upfront about it. She said in the pods, I was very upfront about the fact that I don't really exercise. I'm in the hospital every day. I'm not at CrossFit every day.
That was a thing in the beginning of the relationship.
It was a thing. And now he's holding it against her What a waste of her time.
Yeah. Bite it, bite it, bite it, bite it. Don't you want to bite on your Remy? Chewing on Remy, chewing all night. Wake up in the morning feeling all right. Just Remy.
Oh, Andy. You do want to bite on your Remy, which is your custom night guard made just for you, but you never have to leave your sofa. Here's Andy's. I mean, look how custom. It doesn't get more custom than that. So with Remy, you get an at-home impression kit where then you mix the putty, you stick it in, you do an impression, you bite down for 5 minutes, and then you send that impression out, and then Remy sends you back your custom night guards. It is an unbelievable deal. You are paying 80% less than you would if you went to the dentist, and there is nothing that can compare to a custom night guard. Everyone knows that grinding your teeth at night is bad.
Bad. The teeth can only take so much. They're very hard. Enamel is hard, but eventually you can wear it down.
You don't want to be grinding at night. You should be doing everything you can.
And if you don't sleep well, you might be grinding and you don't even know it.
Isn't that scary? I mean, I do think there's like night phantom grinding.
Yeah,
like,
night grinders.
The night grinders.
You see them all the time, the night grinders. Going on that 4th, 5th cup of coffee.
And it's just an amazing value. And I just love that you don't have to leave home, which is what life's all about. So protect your teeth with Remy. Use code Shandy to get 50% off your new night guard.
That's 50% off at Shop Remy, shopremi.com/Shandy with code Shandy.
And we thank Remy for sponsoring this episode.
Pajamas, nice towels, softest bed sheets ever, pillows and blankets. Man, you're gonna thank us.
Andy,
Cozy Earth. Okay. I wanna be Cozy Earth.
Very good. Andy, Cozy Earth. It is indeed the destination for softness. Who doesn't want softness in their life?
I want softness on my body, my head, and my face.
Yes, softness that lasts, because Cozy Earth's bed sheets, for example, are made with viscose from bamboo. They only get softer and softer and softer the more you wash them. Meanwhile, a lot of bed sheets out there only get like
pillier and holier and
holier and like less good. For real, we have our towels from Cozy Earth. You are wearing the lounge pants. I have pajamas from Cozy Earth. We have the silk pillows. We have the bed sheets. We have the cuddle blankets, which are...
That's the secret weapon. If you really want to go as far as a human can go with Cozy.
With comfort.
Go cuddle blanket.
Oh my God. It's also such a great gift. It's what a faux fur blanket wishes it could be.
I feel like I don't really need a wife if I have a cuddle blanket.
Andy. And we love a company that stands behind their products. Their bed sheets have a 100-night sleep trial, so you could quite literally sleep on them for 100 nights and decide they're not for you, and you can send them back risk-free.
So share a little extra love this February.
And wrap yourself or someone you care about in comfort that truly feels special.
Head to cozyearth.com and use code Shandy for up to 20% off.
That's code Shandy for up to 20% off. And if you get a post-purchase survey, be sure to let them know that we, Dear Shandy, sent you. He says he doesn't want to fake things. He's been thinking about his number 2 person, wondering what that would look like. Why would you say this?
Again, he's throwing kerosene on the fire. She's already burning.
Yeah.
He's like, here, have some of this.
She says these things are really hard to hear. And he says, oh, how I felt about you was very true. Was? Is this supposed to make him look better?
He doesn't know what he's doing.
He says he wants to figure it out because they have fun together, right? He literally goes, we have fun together, right? And she's like, I don't know how I'm supposed to be fun right now. And he says, oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Whoa. Slow down.
Like, who is this person? It is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I do not know who he is.
I mean, I thought he was the guy taking care of Ruby.
The wool was pulled over our eyes. She says if her body isn't good enough for him, she's not going to say, oh, please love me. It's incredible how unfeeling he is.
No.
While she's like, okay, I guess this is over. She leaves. He can't even feign concern for her.
He's just looking down, playing with himself.
Playing
with his fingers. That would be very weird.
Okay. I have thoughts on this, but I'm going to get to the end of the scene. In her confessional, she says he's like a different person. She can't come back from that. She has a wonderful life and doesn't want to be with someone unless they're going to make it better. I am in awe of her. Round of applause for Jessica. Yeah. It's easy to look at this and be like, oh, it's so obvious you should walk. But there are a lot of people who in this moment, because he wasn't like clearly ending it, even though, to us, it's clear he was ending it. He didn't use the language like, I don't think this is going to work. There are a lot of women who I think might, or just people who might have been like, oh, but are you saying there's a chance? Is there something I can do?
They'll stick around to change his mind.
Yeah. There's just, maybe we can work on it. He kept talking about working on it. I love how she was like, clearly this isn't working. I'm out.
The good thing about her, which gives me some peace, is that she knows her self-worth.
Yes.
Thank God. Because he could have destroyed someone with this.
Yes. Like
someone who was really insecure.
Yes.
Especially about their body.
Yes.
This could have ruined them.
And I mean, she even alludes to this being an insecurity for her, but you can tell she's done so much work. Later on, she was like, if someone had said this to me a few years ago, I would have been ruined by it. You could tell she has worked on loving herself.
This doesn't help.
So now, Chris's confessional afterwards. So this is right after the scene. He's like, the sex might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but to him, it's important. He gets it. At 90, no one's going to look good, but I'm not 90, he says. He says, I thought I could say some of those things without feeling like the bad guy, and I was wrong. If she doesn't like the way I feel and she doesn't want to be with me because of the way I feel, then it is what it is. What? Did he just try to twist that around?
He can't even gaslight her to her face.
Yeah, so true. He can only do it in his confessional. He said he's not attracted to her.
He broke up with her and it's her fault.
Well, that's the thing. He's acting like she ended it with me. She can't handle how I feel. How you feel, you just told her how you feel is not attracted to her. She would have to be insane to stay in this.
He literally broke up with her. And it was her fault for not sticking around after she was broken up with.
Yeah, he's somehow trying to be the victim here. Okay, so let's talk about this because my theory is Chris's producer is scary good at his job. And I am saying his job because I think he has a male producer. And
don't be so sure.
Oh, I am sure.
Yeah.
I am sure. I'm 100% sure. Oh, you don't think so?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Some very dastardly producers out there.
There are a lot of dastardly producers. Great word. But I think that he has a producer who's like, like just talking to him in the way that you could see he's brought out the true Chris in Chris. Because Chris was a different person those first 6 episodes. I'm sorry, he was.
Yeah.
He was he was on his best behavior.
We were fooled.
We were all fooled. And then I feel like he was assigned someone or he really bonded with someone. And I say this because having been on a reality show many years ago, I think producing has come a long way. But it's always been, even with The Bachelor, it's pretty sophisticated for a while. It depends on the producer. A bad producer doesn't get the true person to come out. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to applaud his producer, but I think his producer did his job very well in showing us all who Chris really is. Mm-hmm. The only reason why Chris would show this side of himself is because he felt it was safe to do so. Yeah. This is a guy who sells things for a living. Yeah. And he sold us all on someone different for the first batch.
And then he told us the thing he sold us was broken.
And by the way, me saying this, I am not giving Chris some pass. I think this is truly who he is. Yeah. All I'm saying is that I'm trying to pinpoint how Chris could think it's okay to just suddenly let it fly like this. It's like there was a shift where suddenly he didn't care.
It's like someone did a magic trick where they made him think the cameras weren't there.
Yes.
Because when you're very aware of the cameras, you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, you're thinking about your image.
Yeah.
Which he clearly was
and
for a while.
And he suddenly acted like the cameras were 100 miles away.
Yes. I think he was told or encouraged, like the producer's job is to befriend him. It's not just a producer. It's like you become tight.
Right. And you become a confidant. And I think that what the producer did was rather than say, hey, you should do this, I think Chris came to him and was like, hey, I didn't like the sex. I'm losing, I don't have any physical attraction. Yeah. He's like, well, just say that.
Yeah,
tell her. Be honest with her. Be honest with her.
Yeah, she deserves honesty.
Yeah, she deserves you to tell the truth. And he was like, oh, wow, that's true. I like telling the truth. I should be more direct.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it was painted in this way because you could see he was surprised. Yeah. This is what gets me. He was like, I thought I could tell her my feelings. Like I thought I could be honest without coming off like the bad guy.
Yeah, like what?
He's like surprised.
What if she sat him down? She's like, listen, we have such a great time and I really like you. And I don't know. I want to be honest. You're too short.
Yeah, something like that. Something where it's just like, you just don't have a good enough body for me. The sex isn't good. He really seemed to think that he had some sort of free pass, a get out of jail free card because he was being honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, we then get a scene where Chris meets up with Connor and he's like, Jessica doesn't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. She's done. She broke up with me. She dumped me. She just walked out of the room. No explanation.
He says he didn't want it to be done. He didn't want it to be done. He still wanted to work on it.
Yeah. He wasn't attracted to her and really didn't want to spend time with her anymore, but he really wanted to work on it.
What is wrong with men? They don't understand the weight of the words that come out of their mouths.
Don't malign all men now. Not everyone's Chris. He's I would like to think he's an exception to the rule.
Yeah. Connor says, oh, man. And Chris says, thanks, man.
Yeah. It's good. All done.
Andy, you felt in this scene Chris was only trying to make himself look better.
He was trying to make himself the victim.
Okay, we're going to circle back to Chris at the group party, but first we're going to take a little detour over to Bri and Connor, Andy.
Aww. Bri and Connor. Bronner.
She ribs him over not knowing how to use a can opener. I feel like that's the story of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like her, I don't want to say ridiculing, but her teasing him for being such a guy.
Yeah, it's like a sitcom. Everything's like set up punchline with these two.
It does feel that way. He's such a boy. Connor, you don't even do this. You don't know how to
He's got the keg in the basement.
Yeah. The Christmas tree. His door doesn't lock.
I like how he's surprised. Mm-hmm.
I love how he's like, no, it works. She's like, I'm going to test that.
Yeah, does he live in like a super safe neighborhood? Like, what's going on with that?
I guess. He has an N64.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, I have a heart for Connor. He is a guy.
He's a guy.
And you know what? I think he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. You see what you get what you see.
Yeah. He says the house is an open canvas for her. Is this how men see it? Like, is that how you kind of
work? It's an open sewer.
Is that sort of how you saw it? Like when you were, before I ever saw this apartment, let me tell you guys, the apartment.
It wasn't that much better than Connor.
It was a cool apartment that had a lot of character, but it didn't make a lot of sense, like style wise.
No, of course.
So was part of you like one day a woman will come in here and
save me? Is
that what it was?
Kind of, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I needed help.
You needed help.
Yeah, I didn't have the tools.
You didn't have the tools.
I actually had the literal tools, but not the figurative ones.
Oh.
And I have used those tools to put your vision into a reality.
Yes. Andy's not unhandy, I will say. He has a game room. She says, we all have our things, don't we? And he says, this is my thing. She roasts him. You know, I got to say, looking back on this scene, because when he showed her this house, I was like horrified, honestly, by the house. Oh, yeah. But this was all before all the Chris stuff happened and then the party and everything. And now I look back on this scene and I'm like, sweet Connor.
Yeah.
Sweet. He is a good person. It's okay if he still has his Christmas tree up.
He's not trying to prove anything. He's not trying to put up a facade.
No. He is who he is.
It's just what he is. He's a guy with a keg in the basement and a Christmas tree that should have been taken out 3 months ago.
Bri now introduces Connor to her mother. And then when Bri chats with her mother alone, she says that the way Connor loves her is insane. And Andy, you said, have they had sex?
I don't think they have.
We agreed here. It's hard for me to picture it.
Yeah. I think this might be a beard relationship. I feel like they've just agreed this is they're friends and they'll take it to the altar and just say no.
Okay, but not beard, like they're both.
No, they're both into the opposite sex.
Yeah.
But I think that they're just like, we're just pals. Let's just do this. This is fun. It's funny. Let's make it funny.
It is really hard for me to imagine them being intimate in any kind of way, like kissing, touching each other.
I don't feel anything.
It feels like There's no buddies. Heat. No heat. And if anything, when they have the most chemistry, it tends to be when she's teasing him and he's taking it really well. Yeah. It reminds me a bit of actually Gunnar and Josie in Love is Blind Germany. The difference is he's a little more, I think, sensitive than like Gunnar was able to take it a bit better. And meanwhile, Connor, you can see he's like he'll get wounded. He's like, you're a little mean sometimes.
Yeah.
And to Bri's credit, I love this. She's like, that was too mean. You're right. I'm going to be a little less mean. Yeah, like she takes it really well. Yeah. Later on, Bri meets Connor's parents and sisters. She knocks it out of the park with his family. Oh my God. But I have to point out, she does a lot of the talking.
Yeah.
Bri talks.
She's really a talker. She's like Alex, but she actually is nice.
Yeah, I actually think Bri's very entertaining, and she's There's a lot.
She's bubbly. She's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she keeps it going. She really just keeps going.
She just talks and talks and talks and talks. But she's interesting and entertaining enough where it's not really a problem.
Right.
It was more like it didn't bother me, but there came a point where I was like, oh wow, like she's been talking. She's the only one talking for a while. I have to point out this. There was a sign in this home.
Oh, the home, a sweet home.
Oh, I thought it was sweet, but there was a sign that was clearly from like
home sweet.
it was clearly from like a Home Goods or something. It was like, like house decor, and it said home sweet home, but home sweet was one word.
Yeah, home sweet home.
Home sweet home. Okay, so Andy, now let's get to the big scene. The mini ball bowling group party.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say it right now. Mini ball bowling is not bowling.
It didn't look like bowling.
It's not fun. It's not, I don't understand what it is. Are they too cheap to get real bowling balls, or they didn't have enough room for a full bowling alley?
I don't know what this is.
Who does this?
Is this bowling?
Is this fun?
Is this Ohio?
Is a Saturday night?
Is this how bowling is in Ohio?
No, I've seen this bowling in many places.
I have never seen this bowling.
You've never seen mini ball bowling?
No.
Oh, I've seen it all over the place.
I have done 5-pin bowling where you have like a smaller ball and there's only 5 pins.
Oh,
but
maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
No, this was like the
they
pins.
Were on strings.
They were on strings, like marionette
weak
pins.
Ass bowling.
Okay, so Bri.
You'd think they have a better selection of bowling alleys in Ohio. I feel like bowling is probably a big deal in Ohio.
I feel like bowling came up many times in this one batch.
And this is some.
Okay. So Bri reveals Chris' friend requested her and DM'd her. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
What does that mean?
Is he like the Kool-Aid man?
Yeah.
What's the point of that? She says that Chris told Connor that Chris usually goes for 21 to 25-year-olds, which is just,
yeah.
For our listeners, I'm rolling my eyes as far back as they'll go. And the women now talk some major shit about Chris. And honestly, if it were any other circumstance, I'd be like, ooh, that went too far. But because it was Chris, and because I think he is that terrible, it was so delicious hearing Amber be like, you're way too short to be this cocky.
Nice.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
It's connected.
I thought he was a nice short guy, but he's just a dick.
Okay, so now Chris arrives later. Jess arrives. It's so funny when Jess arrives and there's a chorus of, your body is so fucking perfect. Have you been working out? I loved them here.
Great.
And Chris, meanwhile, is like, I don't give a flying f***.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Andy, this is where you said that means he does give a f***.
100%.
Each time you say you don't give a flying f***, it means that you give twice as many f***s as if you hadn't said it.
No, and no one who has ever said, I don't give a flying f*** has not given a f***.
Agreed. In the bathroom, Chris tells Alex, of course they're friends, Bri is so hot. He wants to talk to her. He doesn't care about Connor. Chris proceeds to get wasted. The ultimate sign one doesn't give a f***.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you drink this much in this setting.
Yeah, he needed to be as drunk as possible to do this.
Yes. He had anxiety that he was trying to.
No neatness could have cleaned this up.
Mm-hmm. Chris goes up to Amber. Oh my God. Okay, so it's clear Amber doesn't like him. Yeah. Which makes me love Amber.
Yeah. Amber knows.
He goes up to Amber and Jordan. He's like, everyone was saying Amber's crazy, but this guy's perfect. But I was like, this guy's perfect for her. What is this? What is this? This was such negging.
This is like that joke with your friends where you're like, I don't care that everyone calls you a piece of shit and you have no personality, then you're a horrible person.
Yeah,
I think you're amazing.
You're great. And I love how Amber's like, you seem tanked. And he's like, I know you probably hate me. And she says, a little bit. You know what I love about Amber versus a few other women here? A few other people. I mean, I think people are like this naturally. I love it when someone is to someone's face the way they are behind their back. So Amber was the one who was like, you're too short to be this cocky. I love how to his face, she's like, you're tanked. Yeah, do you hate me? Yeah, I hate you a little bit. Like she's exactly who she was. Yeah. She's not to his face suddenly all nice. Okay, so Chris now keeps digging a deeper and deeper grave, telling Bri, Ashley, and Priyanka that he just needs a woman who does Pilates.
Yeah, it's just a little Pilates.
But apparently he didn't know that before going in the pods.
It's such BS.
He goes on to say, it was the worst I've ever had.
Well, never. Everybody knows.
Dude.
Everybody knows.
Andy, you said he's throwing up in 5 seconds drunk.
Yeah.
Which is not an excuse, but it goes
drunk.
to show that he was stressed. And I love knowing that.
He was stressed because he knew he had done something really wrong and he had to dig himself out of it. And
he thought the only way was to double down.
Well, he got himself drunk to the point where he literally didn't know cameras were in that room.
Yeah.
Like he lost all cognition.
Yep.
And what he should have done is gone in stone cold sober, felt those nerves.
Yes.
And said the things that a normal person who's nervous that they've been a terrible person says.
Yes. Yes. Well said, Andy. So it's Ashley, Bri, and Priyanka that he's talking to. And I'm not, they're lovely in their own way, but it kind of bothered me that they were sort of humoring him.
Yeah. Why was he getting humored? No one should have been humoring him.
Yeah. It bothered me that he was talking about how bad the sex was.
Yeah, and they should have just been like, whoa, dude, chill.
I think so. And Ashley's like, yeah, if it's just not there, it's not there. And I'm like, don't validate him.
Yeah, no.
That goes without saying. If it's not there, it's not there. The point is, why are you saying this on TV?
He wasn't getting enough disciplining from them.
And then he says, this was... He says something about how they should all go do something together. The three of them and him.
He's like suddenly suggesting like a threesome or something.
Oh. Okay, so now this is our final scene. Priyanka and Ashley leave Bri and Chris alone. And now Chris really rips it. He goes after Connor, saying he's insulting him, saying he's submissive and kind of insinuating he's just not legit. He's like, what, you're really going to introduce him to your dad?
Wow.
Your dad needs someone, he's sort of saying you need someone presentable, someone with like an appropriate Charles Schwab account.
Oh, first of all, anyone can get a Charles Schwab account, but besides the point.
I mean, I have a Charles Schwab account, so trust me, I don't know what I'm doing.
But this was truly worse than anything he'd done before. Look, guys, as you said, we've discussed, guys are a mess nowadays because of online dating and social media. Yes, they're a mess. The tide is lowered tremendously.
They don't respect women anymore.
Chris is an outlier. He's worse than most, but he's not, he's not that much worse than all guys. That being said, I think there is a pass to be given on occasion for guys who say stupid shit to women in these situations. And I don't mean a pass like, oh yeah, that's fine, you're good. Just like they're not devils. They're just sloppy, insensitive guys who are totally brainwashed by social media and online dating.
Yeah, well, they have an expectation of what a woman should look like based on what? AI?
Of course. It's all,
women who like all they do is like post for photos in bikinis on Instagram. Like, is that your barometer for what women should look like? Oh my God.
Okay. Well, that's not,
continue.
That's a given. Yes.
Continue.
Everything is bad.
Yes.
But the thing that really put me over the edge with Chris was this Connor behavior. Connor is his friend, a good friend, according to the show. I'm just going to take what I see on the show. He's his confidant. He's the person he reached out to after the breakup. Yeah. Connor's clearly there for him. Connor's a guy who would do something for him. He's like, hey, Connor, I need a keg. You got to go get me a keg. Connor's like, I know where to get kegs. I'll get it for you. Don't worry about it.
It's assumed that they are reasonably close friends based on this experience.
Yes. To throw him under the bus
like this
for a woman that he is ostensibly in love with and may marry in 2 weeks is horrific. But to throw him under the bus in a way where he says to her that he's not worth presenting to your father, for me, rises to a level like that guy, you stay 100 meters away from him.
Well, but apparently you would let Ruby.
Yes, Ruby can stay with him.
No, Andy, stop. Let it go. You were wrong.
No,
it's
I was
okay.
wrong.
You were
can't
just
have
wrong.
Ruby.
Andy's struggling with having been this wrong about Chris, you guys.
I feel betrayed somehow by Chris.
I think because your read on people is one of your superpowers. Like you have a really good read on people.
It made me question myself.
Yeah. So when you were this wrong about him, you're like, what? Like I couldn't have been that wrong.
Well, it makes me feel like I'm a fraud. Like I don't know what I'm talking about.
You usually do. I think he really sold all of us on some. He's a sales guy. This is what he does.
He's a sales guy.
He's probably very good at selling things.
Very good. Him and what was the other guy? From last season, the watch salesman.
Oh, Nick. You think Nick was good?
Nick has a bigger heart than Chris, though.
Are you kidding me? Nick is a way better.
Way better. Yeah.
Nick by the end, you kind of had a heart.
I was kind of almost into Nick at the end.
Yeah. Okay, so he basically calls Connor trash to Bri.
Unbelievable.
Which is insane that he does this with cameras on him.
Unbelievable. And by the way, even if every single thing he said was 100% true,
which it isn't.
He's just shooting truth at her. Even if it was true, this is so dastardly.
Yes.
This is so underhanded.
It's evil.
It's so deceitful and insidious.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah.
On TV.
Yes.
It's one thing if you do that behind closed doors. That's terrible.
Yes.
But to be stupid enough to do it on TV and knowing that Connor's going to watch this show one day, what the hell was he thinking? There's no amount of alcohol I could drink before I died. I would have to be, the amount of alcohol that I would have to drink to do that to one of my friends
on TV
would be past death level.
Yeah.
I would be already dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like, we lost him. He had 78 Jägermeisters.
In the end, Chris says, Bri is hot. He's saying this to her face. You're the girl that I would normally go for. He's basically saying, I regret not going for you. I want you. And then this is our cliffhangers. Bri seeming to consider it.
Bri loves the attention.
This is, I gotta say, we gotta come at Bri for a second here. We talked last week about how her complaint at these parties was that she, it felt so surface level, that people weren't going so deep. They were so deep in the pods, no one was going deep. But we really felt what she wanted was some attention from Chris.
And now she's getting it, and you can see the look in her face. She's like, I got more than I bargained for.
Yeah.
She's getting the attention. You can see her like a deer in headlights. Like, I love this, but I know I'm looking bad right now.
Yes.
I know this looks bad, but I can't leave. I can't leave. The headlights are coming and I can't leave.
She should have left way before it got to this point.
It was incredible. The thing about this conference, like Chris had already, once he threw Connor under the bus, I was like, this guy's a monster.
How could she stay for this?
But she started to become the bad guy. I was like, after that Chris throwing, I was like, how are you still standing there? This guy just literally said your fiance is garbage.
Yeah.
And that he's terrible in bed and he's good in bed. And what are you doing with this guy?
Yeah.
And she knows that they're friends.
Yeah.
How is she still standing there, let alone not raising her voice?
Yeah. Yeah. This should have been I'm turning around and walking away from this conversation situation.
Hubris. This is Bri's hubris. She loves the attention.
She does.
She will do anything for the attention, and she's getting it, and she's doing anything for it, which is humoring it.
You know what really bothered me? You could see the corners of her mouth tilting upwards when he said things like it was the worst. Like, you're the girl I would normally go for. She kept it under wraps, but you could see part of her was like,
she had two. It was the devil and the angel. She was struggling. Her weakness was like, nice. Tell me more.
Because she, out of all the people, how interesting in the first batch. We talked about this. We were like, she wants that pull. Yeah. She wants the tension. There's no tension with Connor. Let's be real. She doesn't
get it from Connor. She got the poison. She got exactly what she wanted in the form of poison, and she drank it. And she said, I don't care. I know this is poison, but I'm drinking it.
I don't know if she's drinking it yet, but she's like this with the poison. She's like,
she's like,
oh, good legs on that poison. Yeah, she's thinking about it. Even if she's not seriously thinking about it, her staying shows that it gives her away.
I think that the thing that should have been said by Bri in this moment, especially considering there were cameras on her, was, hey, whoa, what are you saying about your friend and my fiance? What are you talking about?
More importantly, my fiance.
Why are you telling me this?
You know what it shows is actually, in a weird way, Chris, in all his terribleness, he knew his audience.
Yeah.
I think he knew.
Oh yeah, he knew there was a crack.
Yes,
there was a weakness there.
Okay, so let's have our predictions now, because I actually don't think Bri is going to go for this.
I don't think she is either, but
I think she's going to be in the doghouse though, because how is Connor is seeing this whole.
I don't know how this gets resolved.
I
do not know how this gets resolved.
Yeah.
Is he going to see this?
No, I mean. He could see everyone could see them still talking.
Is he going to get the gist of what happened there? Is he going to get the report?
I'm sure she'll downplay it. I'm sure she'll downplay it. So
he may not get the full unvarnished truth, which is why he'll stick around.
Okay,
because if he saw this, if he just sat down in front of a TV and watched this scene, he'd be like, goodbye. I'm done. I'm not doing this.
I would hope so. Like, if he stayed, then we would all lose respect for him.
He would kick Chris's ass and he would leave Bri.
He would kick Chris's ass, I got to say.
Chris does the jujitsu. You never know.
Well, now we know why.
Yeah. And you know what jujitsu does? It exposes weaknesses. It uses your weakest part against the attacker's strongest part. That's what Chris is doing with Bri.
Wait, it uses the attacker's weakest part. Wait,
no,
is he the attacker?
No, well, it uses your victim, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, your opponent's.
So
weakest.
your opponent, like your arm, doesn't go well this way, right?
Yeah.
But my arm are really strong. My arms are really strong when they're like this.
Yeah.
And my leg is super strong.
Yeah.
And your arm is weak compared to my
angle,
leg.
Yeah.
You're always using the strongest part and the strongest position of your body against the weakest part and the weakest position of the opponent's body.
You're leveraging your opponent's weaknesses.
You're exposing weaknesses with your strengths.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of ways to it's jiu-jitsu.
Well, that's so funny. That's exactly what he's doing with Connor.
I didn't bring this up just to talk about jiu-jitsu.
That's exactly what he's doing because if there's one thing Chris is confident in, it's his Charles Schwab account.
It does, yeah.
It's his
Charles Schwab,
presentableness.
I'll tell you something. A Charles Schwab account can have $0 in it.
Well, I mean, look at his apartment.
Yeah.
He's fluffed. Chris is fluffed. When he goes out and about, he's like,
I thought he didn't have a Napoleon complex, but he's actually he actually is Napoleon.
Yeah.
He's the leader of France in the 1800s.
Okay. So what's our prediction for Bri and Connor? Well, short term, we think that she's not going to go for this.
She's not going to go for this.
Yes, but she's going to be in the doghouse. And then long term, what's our prediction for Bri and Connor? Yay or nay? 1, 2, 3, nay. Honestly, she doesn't deserve him.
No.
She doesn't deserve Connor.
This is a real problem here. This is not good behavior.
Obviously the bad guy here is Chris. I want to make that very clear. We're not saying Bri is as bad as Chris because she's not, but he was able to show how bad he was because he had someone listening. Someone was listening to him.
Sometimes it takes a really bad guy to smoke out other badness. And Bri has a weakness that is not good.
Yeah.
And it is not something Connor should want.
I agree. And I mean, Chris, oh my God. Okay, so.
Not to take away from Chris. I don't want anyone to think that I'm comparing Bri to Chris.
I just feel like Chris is not even in the room anymore. We're not even talking about Chris anymore. He's so off the deep end.
Yeah, he's awful.
He's not who we thought he was. He's almost like a different species at this point. I'm like, oh, I don't. So it's more I'm interested in who's actually humoring him. Who's giving him airtime?
Well, how are people reacting to this?
Yes.
There is now the Sauron is in the room.
Yeah.
And watch the behavior of everyone around him.
Yes. Who is giving him the oxygen to be it was the worst ever. It's not even ick. It's the worst ever. Who's listening to this?
Interesting.
Okay, Andy, we have to wrap with who we would go for. And I am just beside myself that last week I said I would go for Chris.
I am not letting that one go.
Oh, it's your fault.
It's
your fault.
No.
I was swayed.
I don't tell you who to go for. It was your choice.
I was swayed by you.
You said you wouldn't have sex with Alex on a deserted island. You said you'd go for Chris. Both true.
No, I was swayed by you. I said that it felt like soft acting. Okay.
You did say that.
I was swayed.
You're an adult. You make your choices.
Okay. So I'm going to guess you first.
Okay. It's easy.
Brittany.
100%.
Okay. And you can guess me. I think it's pretty obvious.
Jordan.
Yes. He was my runner-up last week, and I'm sorry, Jordan. It should have been you from the get-go.
He did say, don't be mean to Chris.
He did.
Does that count?
I thought that was really a funny scene where Chris was coming at Amber and Jordan, and they were intertwined. Do you notice that? Jordan had his arm around Amber. He was showing his support for her. And she was cutting him down. And he was like, don't be mean to Chris. While he's stroking her shoulder.
You know what that's an example of? Jordan was embarrassed for Chris. He was trying to save him. Yeah. Just as just a human to human. Yeah. He felt bad for him. Yeah. Jordan's an empathetic guy.
I like Jordan. He's great. Okay. That's a wrap, Andy. I'm exhausted. It's exhausting of describing how terrible these people are.
I know.
These men. It's the men.
It really is the men.
They're ruined.
I hate to say that, but it is these men. God, maybe you're right. Maybe all men are terrible nowadays.
I think it's casting. They know what they're doing. But I also think with these shows, we get a peek at what dating is now, at how these men are. It is terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, I know it's not all of them, but a lot of them really do not respect women. They do not. The challenge The challenge was necessary. They needed to have to earn it. And without earning it, they don't respect. I mean, maybe that kind of guy was never going to respect a woman. I don't know.
I mean, that's why Vic's in Malibu. They can't even put him in the same place.
I know.
He's too good for Cabo.
He really is too good. Okay, that's a wrap. If you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you, and that is to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram and
TikTok,
leave us Apple and
Spotify
podcast ratings and reviews. Hype this video, please. And generally do all the things you would do to support a podcast you enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. We have a little doggy do now. Ruby.
He's like, you guys going to talk forever? I had a pee in there.
Oh my God. Ruby. We would never leave you with that guy.
No,
we're
maybe
sorry.
for a day.
We were just joking. We were just joking. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Dear Shandy. Bye-bye.
Oh, one more time.
Waving one more time.